as a matter of fact, there is. One other thing I want to add is that what I hope that we all, that us here are also advocating for is our right to be. As I was saying earlier, how I was saying that we are trying to make a statement that we are autistic. That this is where we're putting our foot in the ground. This is our line in the sand, etc., etc., etc. But another thing to add to that is that because there's talk about people that want to find a cure for autism, and some of us, a lot of us here, are saying, why would we want to be cured? We like who we are. Don't y'all like who we are?
We have our own perspective on
Yes,
life.
yes. Because there's a lot of great things that some of us, a lot of talents that some of us have, that some of, that, correct me if I'm wrong, other people just don't. I mean, we all have our unique little abilities, and so if you remove, so the thought that crosses my mind, if you remove the autism, then wouldn't you also remove that talent or special ability?
Wouldn't you also remove the ability to think independently from the norm? If someone wants to stop you from thinking like an autistic, what's to stop them from stopping you from thinking another way?
Exactly. So, long story short, we want to advocate for our right to be.
I think we have two other people that want to say something about this, and I want to point out too that I think it's important for you guys, if you can, to highlight the differences that it might be for women on the spectrum versus guys on the spectrum. Sunny's like ready.
Sunny's silent.
So, is it on? Okay, no.
Hold it close, but not too close.
Okay. There's this myth that only males are affected by autism. The truth is, so are females, and the girls and women on this spectrum, well, there's about half of the autistic population are males and the other half are females, because the half of the human race is male and the other half female. And I wish everyone knew that there are autistic women like me, Maya, Brittany, my mom, Laura, my mom, my grandmother, my other grandmother. I mean, my grandmother was autistic and a doctor and a pediatrician. And anyway, so the point is, I wanted to. It's not just boys who are born autistic, but also girls. And
Right, I've got both Brittany and Maya, so we can make it quick, right? So we can go on to the next one. I'm coming right back to you.
Well, since we're talking about women on the autism spectrum, one thing to know about us is, as girls, a lot of us are nerdy or geeky, or, we don't want to look like other women. We're interested in things that a lot of the neurotypical women are not. Like, they're interested in putting on makeup, and they're interested in talking about football, or talking about home and garden. But, there are women on the spectrum that like football too, and I know that. But being who I am, I'm not one of those girly girl types. I tried it during my teen years, but it did not work. I'm more interested in animation, and I'm more interested in math, and I'm more interested in science, and I'm going off to major in physics.
We're not football guys either, by the way. The whole not football thing goes both ways.
We're philosophers.
According to statistics, for every 5 male, there is one female on the spectrum who is diagnosed. And for me, when it comes to being a female on the spectrum, a lot of the time I feel like I'm the only person in the room. And unlike tonight, who has autism. When I see more males with autism, and then also when it comes to being a female on the spectrum, it's harder for people to believe me as well. Like my professors at Georgia State, they weren't very helpful for me at all.
Well, it's important what you're saying, what you guys are all saying, right? And I understand what you're also bringing up about people not believing you. Actually, I just had a documentary that was finished about my work in music, and we submitted it to 3 film festivals. It was denied from all 3 film festivals. And in every case, you know what they said? We don't believe she's autistic. Because I don't look like the person that you think of when you're thinking about autism. I was also not diagnosed until I was 27 years old, and I'll be 39 on Sunday. So one of the things that's important about, and the reason I'm bringing that up is because a lot of you guys were all diagnosed young, correct?
I was done in elementary school.
Elementary school for you? 3?
2.
11.
11? 7?
We
Seven?
diagnosed me.
What about you guys, Sean and Aaron?
I didn't receive exact services until after I was 10, but I was diagnosed much earlier.
You were diagnosed early, and what about you, Sean?
14.
14? All right, so, and I was 27, and the reason I'm bringing that up for you guys is that for women, in particular, that are older than these guys, they're going to run into a lot of people that may not have gotten the benefit of the diagnosis. They have all the symptoms, they still need the supports and help. So all of the things that we're advocating for here is still going to help people that aren't officially diagnosed because it's making it a norm in society and making things available for everyone. You guys agree with that?
Yeah.
And so as we kind of push toward, this is a really exciting topic for everybody. Everybody's really getting fired up, I can see here. So I think it's really going to waltz us